when I met Mickey, I found out he was a paralegal. So I was like, yo, what is it like being a paralegal and having a budding rap career? You're literally a paralegal while you're a double XL freshman, right?
No, I had quit my job, so no. So I went to school. So I was working at a law firm, and I was in the mailroom. And at some point, I was just like, yo, this is beneath me. No offense to anybody that's in the mailroom, but for me, it was like, I'm too smart for this. So I went to school. I went to NYU, and I got my paralegal certificate. So I worked as a paralegal from like 05, 06, and then I quit my job in 07. And then when I quit, that's when I started to bubble in the hip hop space.
So you were rapping before, obviously before that initial bubble came.
Yes.
Was it kind of like you always had that vocabulary, or you went to school, you mixed it with the rap and was like, oh, I got something different here?
I mean, I was always a smart guy, so like I just like to manipulate words and use words to my advantage. So for me, that's what it was always about, just trying to be as nice as possible. And I'm from the Bronx, and everybody was battling in Harlem. So it was like I had to kind of always have stuff on deck and always find new words to rhyme with and things like that. So that was always my thing.
So tell us about who Renegade is and how did Renegade become Mickey Factz?
Renegade was this name that I came up with in 1998, actually. I was trying to find a rap name that was easy for me to rhyme. So like Gade rhyme with like, you know, lemonade and brave and slave and gauge. So like it was easier for me to rhyme my name with all of these words. So like I would do all of that. I was rhyming in school. And then I moved to Harlem when I was like 19. I had my own apartment in Harlem at 19. It was like 2001. And at this time, like there's a public access show called Mad Cyphers, and everybody's on Mad Cyphers. So it's J Hood, J.R. Ryder, you know, all of these guys is on Mad Cyphers, J Mills, and I wanted to be on Mad Cyphers, but I didn't know how to get up there.
Uh-huh.
So fast forward, niggas is battling in Harlem, like everywhere. Like it's not like, I know we in Atlanta, but like Harlem was just different. Like you could go on, it's so small, 110th to 155th, 1st to 12th Avenue. So there's rappers on every corner. Mm-hmm. Like it's not like anywhere else in the country where like you got to drive to get to places. But Harlem was like this hub where like, you know, Cats Uptown was rhyming, so you had Lux and Mills, Uptown, even J.R. Ryder, Uptown, and then you had downtown, you had Smoke Dizza, you had Rex, you had Mook. It was just, and dudes was going at it every day. Like it was unlike anything I've ever seen before. So you always kind of had to be on guard. And then plus, if you wasn't in Harlem and you was from Queens or Brooklyn or the Bronx, you went down to 42nd Street and boom.
So were you a part of that generation that was going up to Fight Club and had some unreleased battles, or no?
I tried out for Fight Club. I beat the guy, but I was so nonchalant. Like I didn't have aggression. I was never an aggressive dude. So like I was nice, but International P was like, yo, you just killed him, but like you wasn't like entertaining. You was just rapping. So like I beat the guy, but like he was like, you can't do this. So like I never got into Fight Club. 90! Right. So I never did Fight Club. I just did the audition.
Right.
And then like I was just battling around Harlem like a couple times. A lot of times actually. That's how I met Math. I met Math battling. I met Clips battling. I met all of these dudes battling. Everybody that's popular now. Huh?
Who's some of the names you battled?
I battled Shells.
I seen you on Quick Flip. That's the first time I saw you back.
Yeah, so yeah,
How did that come about? Yeah.
So that happened in the Bronx. Dude that I battled, CR, he actually taught John the Don how to rhyme.
That's crazy.
So like John
Some from Yonkers?
Yeah.
What?
So John came up to me and was like, one day he was like, yo, you beat my mentor. I was like, who you talking about? He's like, CR. I was like, they was like, CR was like super nice in Yonkers at the time. I cooked them like that. It wasn't even nothing.
Easy.
I was like, this is easy.
Did she sense that?
Yeah. So like him, Shells.
Did you beat Shells?
Yeah, I beat Shells, but Shells wasn't
So what was the name you was running with?
Renegade. I was running Renegade.
So how did Mickey Factz come about?
So Mickey Factz came about because I didn't want to be known as a battle rapper anymore. So I had to completely change everything.
Got you.
I was in this rap group with this girl, and she was like, yo, I was telling her I want to change my name, and she was like, well, let's start a group and let's be called Mickey and Mallory. I was like, all right, where's that from?
That's kind of fire.
And she said Natural Born Killers. Mm-hmm. I was like, I never seen that movie. So we watched a movie, and I was like, oh, I like this. I want to be Mickey. Mm-hmm. So I started just running around with Mickey, but I was like, I need something else. So then I was like, Fact. At this time, it was like William H. Hollow was popular and all of this. So I was like, I want to just rap about Factz. So I just tagged on Factz after Mickey, and it just kind of had a ring to it. So I was like, okay, and that's how I started. And
that's fire.
I just kind of shifted everything. Like I was wearing designer clothes back then, so I had like Dolce & Gabbana, Prada. I was wearing that stuff in 01, between 2001 and 2005. But because people knew me as Renegade, I had to change all of that. Like I had to literally buy new glasses, and I got into streetwear. So when I came out as Mickey Factz, Rex, Mook, Clips, none of them knew who I was. They was just like,
they knew you from Renegade.
They knew me as Renegade. So when Mickey Factz started to bubble, they were like, "Oh, that's Renegade." Like, but niggas didn't know. I didn't want people to associate, because at that time, if you was a battle rapper, you couldn't make music. So I had to kind of
talked about that.
I had to literally shift everything to not be caught in that space.